It's right when it's our crew. Hey, we play it like our rules. It's our life. We go on every night, stay up till the sunlight. Tick-tock, taking our time. It's alright, alright. Turn on, kick it and drive. Can't stop living so high. It's the time of our life. It's alright, alright.
Hey guys, so today I have a healthy snack and lunch ideas video for you all. That's kind of like a meal prep type thing because I don't know how you guys are in the morning. In the morning, before school or work, the last thing I'm thinking about is like making myself a lunch, let alone a healthy lunch. I'm snoozing my alarm until the very last second that I absolutely can sleep. And then I get up and throw my hair into a messy bun, and then I brush my teeth and I'm out the door. And in my head, I'm like, lunch, what is that? I'll buy myself a bag of chips. I'm really not gonna make myself anything for lunch. Let's just be real here. So I wanted to share with you guys some of my favorite things to eat for lunch, as well as things that you can make in advance if you're like me and you prefer sleeping over making yourself food. So some of these recipes take a little bit of time to make, but trust me, they are worth it and they last really well throughout the week. I've been really inspired by like the weather. It's spring now and it's almost summer, and I'm like, yeah, I really wanna get healthy and get my beach bod on, even though that's probably never gonna happen. I hope you guys will enjoy this video. If you try any of these recipes out, make sure you send me a picture on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. I use all of those. I've got all my links in the description bar below. Make sure you follow me so we can be a happy family and keep in touch. And let's get right into it. So I'm cooking half a box of whole wheat penne according to the directions on the package. You could use gluten-free or any kind of pasta that you prefer. And I'm salting my water pretty well because this is the only opportunity that the pasta has to be seasoned. And when that's done, I'm just going to strain my pasta and put it in a bowl and then add a little bit of olive oil so it doesn't stick together. Then I'm going to put it in the fridge just until it gets really cold so that the pasta doesn't absorb all of the dressing. For the dressing, I'm actually using my absolute favorite Greek salad dressing recipe. And this makes quite a bit more than what you'll actually need, but I'm going to add all of my ingredients together in this measuring cup, and then I'm going to whisk it together really well and then just set it aside. So for the veggies, I'm just chopping up some of the things that I would add to a Greek salad. So I have some cucumbers, some assorted peppers, some red onion, and then also some tomatoes. So now that my pasta has cooled completely, I'm just going to mix it in with the rest of the salad and stir it around until it's all mixed together. Then this step is optional, but I'm going to add some feta on top of the salad. I like adding it on top because it catches all of the herbs from the dressing. And then I'm adding about half of the dressing to the salad. So pretty much my favorite way to transport everything in life is using mason jars. So I'm just adding my pasta salad to it, and then as a side, I'm going to take these pita chips from Trader Joe's, which oh my gosh, are so delicious. And for dip, I'm taking some of this hummus from Trader Joe's, which is my favorite hummus ever, and I'm adding that to a small container. For the second lunch idea, I'm starting with Tyler Florence's roasted tomato soup, and this is literally the best tomato soup I've ever had. The star of the soup is obviously the tomato, so you want to go with some really flavorful tomatoes. Here I'm using some Vine Campari tomatoes as well as some baby San Marzanos, and I'm just cutting them in half and then removing the entire core and all of the seeds. So then you just want to add them to some roasting pans with the skin side facing down. So then I'm just slicing up a large sweet yellow onion and adding that to my roasting pan. I'm removing the skins of 6 cloves of garlic by just kind of smashing down on them with my knife and then adding those to the roasting pans as well. So my oven is preheated to 450 degrees, and now I'm just drizzling everything with a generous coating of olive oil and then seasoning it with some kosher salt and black pepper. And then I'm popping the tomatoes in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes or until they're nicely caramelized. So when they're done, I'm just transferring them to a large pot with 4 tablespoons of butter, 2 bay leaves, and then about 3/4 of my package of vegetable stock. I'm bringing this up to a boil, and then I'm reducing the heat and simmering it for about 20 minutes until the liquids have reduced about 1/3. So now I'm just taking out the bay leaves, and this step is critical because they will make the soup taste super bitter if they're blended up. And then I'm adding in half a cup of washed basil. I'm just giving that a quick stir, and then I'm going to transfer everything into a blender and blend it on high until it's nice and smooth. When it's done blending, you want to put it through a mesh sieve to get out any of the lumps or anything that didn't blend up completely. I skipped this step because I was afraid I was going to lose the basil, but I definitely recommend it because it makes the soup really nice and smooth. And this soup makes about 4 to 6 servings. So on its own, this soup is pretty healthy, but you could totally add some cream to it to make it a little bit richer and more luxurious, but I actually like it best just as is. So now I'm going to show you guys how I make my favorite spinach salad. So I'm starting off by adding some feta cheese to the bottom of a mason jar. And then I'm going to add in some fresh cut up strawberries, but you could totally use any kind of berry you like. And to avoid having a soggy salad, you want to add the wet and heavy ingredients to the bottom of your jar. Then I'm adding in some red onion and a couple handfuls of some baby spinach. So one of my favorite ways to add texture and crunch to salads is by adding nuts. So I'm adding some slivered almonds, some pumpkin seeds, and some walnuts. And just like the spinach, you want to keep the nuts away from moisture. So I learned this really great trick from Michelle Money's channel on how to preserve your mason jar salads. To do this, you want to take the lid of your mason jar and put a hole through the top of it using a push pin or some other sharp object. Then you want to cover the hole with a small square of electrician's tape, but don't seal it too much. And then you take a Ziploc pump, which I picked up at Walmart in the US for I think $4. And then you just want to pump out as much air as you can. And this is going to create a seal, and it's going to keep your salad fresh for a lot longer. So you can make a bunch in advance and just have them throughout the week. For the salad, I'm making my favorite maple balsamic dressing. So I'm adding all of my ingredients together and then whisking, and this dressing has Dijon mustard in it, which is an emulsifier, so that will hold the whole dressing together without needing to whisk it again before use. And then I'm just pouring some of the dressing into a liquid safe container that has a locking lid. And then as a side, I'm adding a few of these Trader Joe's pretzel slims to a small container.
We're picture perfect, sweet like candy. I'll be your girl, yeah, I'll be your baby.
One of my favorite lunches ever is a bagel with cream cheese and smoked salmon on top, which isn't very healthy. So to make it a little bit healthier, I'm going to replace the bagel with a whole wheat pita. So I'm cutting my pita in half to make 2 pockets, and then I'm taking some of this whipped cream cheese from Philadelphia and just spreading a thin layer along the bottom of the pita. So then I'm taking some of this thinly sliced smoked salmon that you can get in the freezer section of your grocery store, and I'm just laying that over the cream cheese. And then I'm sprinkling it with some dried dill and finishing it off with a couple pieces of red onion. My pita was a little bit too big for my container, so I just cut it into quarters. And I actually found I preferred eating it this way because it felt like it lasted a lot longer. So for my first side, I went for some baby garlic pickles, and I'm obsessed with these. I probably go through like half a jar a day. They make such a good snack and they're low in calories. And then as a second side, I'm adding some smoked almonds to this little container, and these are so good. You could obviously go for some plain almonds if you want to be a little bit healthier on the sodium front, but that completes this third meal. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give me a thumbs up if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future because I had so much fun filming it. I'm really inspired by all these like healthy DIY type videos. Something new for me, and it's lots of fun and I'm loving it. So I hope you guys are all doing well, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.